welcome to May's edition of Motivation Mondays with Team Green. We are so blessed this month to have a previous Team Green volunteer and forever Team Green family, Coach Mike,
Hey,
uh,
come on.
in the building. I so appreciate you for joining us. Now, remind me where you at now. You ain't in Memphis no more, is you?
Nah, I'm not. I don't live in the M no more. I live right in Cincinnati's backyard. So I'm like 5 minutes from downtown, 5 to 10 minutes from Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati. I live in Northern Kentucky.
Okay. We gonna have to take a trip over to you so we can
Yeah,
see what your new hood about.
yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us and for spending this time. You know, we just take these moments to try to motivate us throughout the year. It's crazy that it's already May. It seems like the year is going by fast and slow. So just want to start off with just you sharing kind of like what you're looking forward to in May. You know, May is still the change of the season. Weather is right now definitely crazy. It could be super nice on one day, super crazy
hmm
on the next. So anything that you're looking forward to in this season during the month of May?
Yeah, for me, I got some projects that I'm working on for May. I'm trying to make sure I get at least a decent amount of progress on the little EP I'm working on. And then outside of that, I got a number of shows. So in May, I know like 4 shows on the docket. So I'm trying to make sure I stay, you know, rehearsed for those. Make sure everybody on the band, feel like they're comfortable with everything we got going on and everything like that. So, and then I'm on this executive board for Cincinnati Young Black Professionals. It's like a nonprofit organization up here. We put on events like every single month, and from like anything from professional development to just social networking type of things to just kicking it to um, you know, you name it for real. Like if it's even whenever it comes to stuff like, like government or whatever, we gonna just sit and talk, like give people a place to, you know, like a forum to be able to kind of get their thoughts out, stuff like that. So we do a number of things like every single month, and I'm on the e-board for that. So we have a couple events coming up for May as well. So we just trying to make sure we get everything
That's
done.
what's up. That's what's up. That's one thing I can't say about you. You know, you're always engaged and intentional in the activities and in the projects that you're working on. So I've always admired that about you. Okay, so we're gonna do a real quick camera situation real. If you turn your phone sideways, I want to see what it does on my end. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it that way.
All right.
For the rest of the recording. We appreciate y'all fam for adjusting with us in this
Yeah, my bad.
I know
Hold
you all good. I slick have
on.
OCD, so everything have to be even for me on this
Yeah.
side.
Uh, Let me
Um,
see. Hold on.
so what I was gonna go into how you have really been part of Team Green's summer programming from the beginning. Coach Mike has been one of the initial volunteer coaches, and as we remind everybody every single time, everybody who participates in our programming that helps out, they're all volunteers. They're all giving their time, their talent, their treasures to give back to the next generation. So what are some of the memories from kind of those initial Team Green camps that we were having in the back of the in the scenes? People didn't know, we didn't know what we was doing, but
Man,
what are some memories that you have from those first couple years?
so many, especially that first one. That first one was like probably my favorite one. You know what I'm saying? The inaugural.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite one, man. And it's crazy. I still, some of the kids from that camp I stay in contact with and stuff. So like, but I remember on some behind the scenes stuff. Like some of my favorite moments was getting the chicken biscuits in the morning. Uh, the chicken biscuits was always fire in the morning for sure. Uh, I think like literally talking about, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Like in between, like like as we transitioning from thing to thing, we're like, all right, this is what we're about to do next. We had an idea. It was already, somewhat like a general topic, but we
Hmm.
didn't always have the exact drills laid out. I think like all that stuff's probably like smooth now, you know what I'm saying? But like early it was like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this,
Right.
and kids gonna love it regardless. As long as we make sure we come across as like this is exactly what we plan to do from the jump. Like the kids are like, oh, cool, cool, cool. And we because once we got into it, like they definitely was learning, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I remember some of the my other favorite thing was like how we kept saying by the end of it, like, man, it's life camp. Like we kept like like
For us all,
this,
right? His life kept for
yeah,
all of us.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
those adjustments were so I feel like it helped kind of drive into the fact that we try to give individualized support even in a group setting because like
Yeah,
y'all had a blueprint, but being able to adjust in between to be like, okay, these are the things that these particular campers need to work on. So let's make
right.
that adjustment. Let's do it this way. Like I really loved how the coaches work together on that piece. I'm all logistics and
Yeah,
the back end side, and I leave all of that foundational stuff to y'all, and y'all definitely have pulled through every single time. I mean, nobody would be able to tell, like, those were our first years doing the camp from
not at all.
I looking in, but those I agree with you. I feel like the first years are definitely some of the best because we was all learning together
It's,
together on it. So speaking of that, speaking of, I mean, because I know you also have coached outside of the Team Green programs and in
mm,
Memphis and Kentucky, and you're doing, good things in the music industry and entertainment industry. How do you
mm.
keep yourself motivated with all of these goals and then balancing the different things that are kind of pulling you in separate directions?
Yeah, I feel like the thing that keeps me most motivated is just trying to stay connected to your why, try to stay connected to your purpose, and then like wanting to be better. Like I truly want to be better, like every day. And I think whenever you make it less of a like, man, I gotta try to get better, like and less of like a task and more of like I get to make myself better, like in more of a thing where it's like a challenge. And if you're a competitor, like you gonna accept the challenge. So it's like I'm trying to always stay getting better. And and I always really believe that whenever I put my best foot forward, I'm gonna be in favorable situations. Like, like whatever facet of life it is. And I feel like all those things that I do, they kind of help me stay balanced, even though sometimes it may come across as man, how does he do all these things? Like, does he seem like he's spreading himself thin or whatever? But for me, it's like that's how I balance myself out because like being able to give back with the kids, like, and kind of pay it forward, that means a lot to me. That fills my cup. Being
Mm,
able to like do any type of things with the arts, with music, and then getting the reaction, that fills my cup. So I'm like, yeah, sometimes they may be things that can take some energy, but they also give you energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a whole little energy exchange. That's why I'll be trying to keep that in mind and not try not to like make it feel or ever be like I gotta go do this. I gotta go do this. Like, man, I get to go perform tonight, or I get to go like coach tomorrow. We about to go get some wins, or like, and I really want to make sure, at least on this platform, that I give the love to Team Green Camp because in a lot of ways they like lit the fire for me to want to coach, like to keep coaching because I had already I done some little stuff before then, and but with the Team Green Camp, it was one of my first chances to be able to like have a whole team for like the whole week. You
mm,
know, we was it was just a little different too. It was just a little different environment, and we was a little more competitive. It was fun,
yeah.
and that I remember that first one we get. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. My team won. I ain't ever Dream Chasers won that one. You know what I'm saying? So I remember just like I don't know how it made me feel for real, and like seeing the kids' reaction and knowing that I'm helping them get better. And I remember thinking, I'm like, man, I wish I had a coach like myself. Like, so then I'm like, nah, I gotta stay doing this. I gotta keep being able to give kids a coach that I wish I had. And then sometimes the coaches that I did have, like trying to take a little bit from each.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that's really like shouts out to Team Green Camp because y'all really like made me realize I love coaching. And like it made me stay coaching. I probably ain't ever gonna stop coaching. I'm probably gonna be the old 60, 70-year-old dude who trying to play in the men's leagues, but still got his AAU team going. Like my AAU team right now, we going, we nice. You know what
Love
I'm saying? And like, and I be thinking about that all the time. I'm like, man, like understanding what group you got, figuring out where they need to be per this personnel, not trying to always think about like, all right, this is what I think we should do regardless. It's like you got to be able to work with what you got. And then I just remember over time, them little boys started coming together. I'm like, yeah, like that. I like that. So yeah, I think
it.
those things keep me motivated for real.
Yeah, there's so many nuggets that you shared, and I hope the people got it. Definitely the purpose piece. I mean, you know, our tagline, purpose, passion, progress. It
Come on.
starts with the purpose. It starts with your why, because that will fuel you every single time when you're
Mm-hmm.
at your lowest sale. It's like, okay, but this is why I'm doing it. So I definitely like I try to remind people that all the time. So thank you so much for bringing that. And then you gonna make me cry over here talking about we didn't help you continue coaching, because that's really what it's all about. It's like, how can we help that one kid? Like, it don't even have to be a million.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we just put stuff in place to make that one kid feel like what they have in this world is enough, and they just need to like learn how to, manifest it to their next level, because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, people gonna do what they innately want to do. So how can we, just really sharpen the skills that they naturally have and give them other skills along the way. So that's what's
Mm-hmm.
up. I just remember from one of the earlier camps, I remember my mom always calling you Kevin Hart. And I was like, why are you calling me like he don't look like Kevin Hart? I mean, I guess you made her laugh all the time, but
Yeah, I
even
think
if
at that time maybe I did look a little bit. I can admit
I'm
why
gonna have
people
to go,
say
I'm
that.
gonna have to plug in some pictures and be like side by side comparison in the
Yeah,
video, post
because
edit.
like yeah, because right now nobody could ever like Kevin Hart. Like I got locks, I got a beard, but like whenever I was like 18, 19, early 20, early 20, and I didn't have any of it, just a shaved head and like the little chin strap because I didn't have much of a beard going yet. It looked a little bit more like him.
I know
And
we're
yes,
gonna have to
I
do a
did just
side
to make
by
your
side
mom
pic
laugh.
comparison. We're gonna have to do it for real. And even now, when she be like, she was like, "Oh, who you interviewing this month?" And I'm like, "Mike," and he was like, she like, "Oh, Kevin." I'm like,
Kid, right?
"Yeah."
Kid is totally
Now, what
kid.
I think is so interesting though is I feel like a lot of the volunteer coaches for Team Green, why you all have been so instrumental, I feel in really helping kids like understand life, and because not every kid is gonna go to the NBA or play at whatever is considered the highest level with basketball. So we really do focus on life skills, like you mentioned. But
Mm-hmm.
you all are creatives in some way, which I think helps, and you have that entrepreneurship spirit, and just with how difficult it is with getting to the NBA and basketball, I feel like it's similar, even more difficult to like make it, so to speak, in the music industry. Um,
Right.
so in that creative space, which especially these generations coming up, I feel like more of them are, into entrepreneurship, the TikTok, careers, etc. I'm not
Right.
equating that to having a music career, but I do know that many of them are in the creative mind space. What are some words of wisdom that you can give them when, things may not be going the way that they anticipate? Like, it's not a microwavable success. You have to
Mm-hmm.
work at it every single day.
Yeah, I mean, I think that last piece that you just said is part of the advice I would give them as far as like it's not, it ain't microwavable. You know what I'm saying? And then also like you shouldn't want it to be though. Like if we keeping that comparison going or that analogy going, it's like what is more nutritious too? You know what I'm saying? Like what's gonna sustain you more? It's like a well cooked meal, whether it be on a skillet, grill, or are we using the oven, you know what I'm saying, for this example. Like, or the microwave. I made a microwavable meal from the freezer. It's like you gonna you're gonna be full for like 30 minutes off that little microwavable meal, and you're gonna have to go get another microwavable meal. You have to eat like two or three to be maybe full, and you're gonna realize that shit, that part of my language, that really just made your stomach hurt worse. You
Yeah.
know, so like it did more harm than good, like the microwave method. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the slow now some for some folks it it hits a little quicker, but even then it's still like the same method, I think the same rules apply because it's like, how can you sustain it? Like, how can you make sure it's not microwave?
Yeah.
Like, even if it came quick, can you sustain it? Or if it doesn't come right whenever you want it to, are you like, are you able to stay connected to why you're doing it? It goes back to the why. Like, why are you doing it? So like, if you're doing it for what you think would come at the finish line, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like,
Yeah.
you should be doing it because like this is your outlet. This is what you enjoy doing. This is one of the talents that you've been given by God. This is just like you, this is why you should be doing it based on a certain reason. Like, what connects you to why you're doing it.
Mm.
And then I feel like if you stay doing that, you're gonna only get better. So it's like a matter of getting better over time and realizing what you're trying to get out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you stay committed to, like, all right, because then people, as you get older and as time goes, your idea of like what making it looks different. So you you just, I think you should just stay committed to trying to stay, like, get better, and then stay committed to thinking about why you're doing it. If you can do those things, you're gonna be better off. Just because, yeah, like, it's hard to try to make it, quote unquote, whenever you're trying to make it. Like, if you're
Right.
thinking about, like, I gotta make it, like, I gotta make it. Like, you you should stay, like, yeah, you gotta be motivated. You gotta, like, think, all right, like, the ambition wise, like, yeah, like, you have to, like, I want to do it. I gotta get out of this situation. But like, strategic, I don't know. Like, it it's not just making it,
Yeah.
it's like, what is making it to you? Once you get to what you thought making it was, and you realize that wasn't enough, what are you going to do from there? Like,
Mm.
you got to be a little more forward thinking. You can't just be like, I'm gonna get X amount of money and that's gonna solve everything, because that X amount of money, you realize, it ain't gonna solve all the stuff you thought it
Right.
was. Like, so it's like,
It's
you just, yeah, I think just stay enjoying it, man, and
mm,
then that's gonna take it a long way too. Because I tell people all the time, I would do music for free. Like, I do sometimes, like, but I'm lucky that now whenever it's a lot of these shows, I get to get paid. But I'm getting, that's just for the energy, I guess, you give it. But it's like, that's something you want to get always, but like, that's not why I'm doing it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
It's just a byproduct.
the
And
byproduct.
so, yeah, when you get to a certain level, you hope the money. I mean, that's why, a lot of times we tell students when we're mentoring them is make your passion your paycheck. So like just
Yeah,
focus on what you're passionate about because you will get fulfilled in that. And then that will bring, when you're strategic about it, like you said, then the
yeah,
dollars will come. I mean, you can't not be strategic about it. You still we still gotta
yeah,
survive. But I love how you mentioned how it's like making it is not really what people should be focused on, and I feel like a lot of times people are focused on that. They're focused on the end of what somebody else has done, even still, because it's like you're not even comparing it to yourself. And then you put yourself in a box, really. Like you
right,
never will see your full potential. So I like how you just focused on like do your race, enjoy your journey, like run your race and enjoy
literally,
your journey because life is gonna pass as you're like doing all these things, and people don't even realize how much they have succeeded so far, like the things that they get to enjoy participate in that they've accomplished that so many
mm,
other people have not. So I mean,
yeah.
I love to see you all in your different lanes. We be playing we be playing your music over here in the
Come
household,
on now, come on
trying
now.
to get the boys to vibe to it. Like, if I could get the boys to vibe to it, that mean that it's past the mark because they
Right,
definitely love music. Because that's what we play all the time. We play so many different types of music, but
yeah,
yeah, we'll
yeah,
definitely put all of the links to all of your stuff so that people can check you out because y'all definitely missing out if y'all haven't tapped in.
yeah.
Y'all missing out on all the vibes. I'm telling you, vibes for different occasions too. Okay.
So, for sure, show that, for sure that.
So I know you
Yeah.
said you had some shows and stuff coming up, but anything else other than, well, including your brand. So, definitely, we have a tapped in section that we do at the end of the video. So
Mhm.
anything that you want people to make sure they tap into during this time, coming up, it could be this month, it could be for the rest of the year, it could be forever. So
Yeah.
just any other brands or events or your brand.
Yeah. I've been working on the also on the so like my brand is called Hope, stands for Host of Positive Energy, helping our peers exceed. So hope is just a big thing for me too. And I would for sure want people to get from this that I want them to go check out the website, check out the important messages series that I've been working on. It's a whole series basically just dedicated to different things that I've kind of had stuck with me for a long time that I think is an important message that people should have. You know what I'm saying? But like I want to make it where it look fresh on you. So that's the series that I've been working on. So it's just a whole bunch of different pieces that have those messages and sometimes they be graphic, but sometimes they just have like just the words too. Um, and there's some type of consistency usually on the back of the shirt. But yeah, tap into that for sure. I got if you are familiar with Cincinnati, or even if you're not, pull up. You know what I'm saying? We got there's a spot called Ghost Baby. It's kind of like a speakeasy. You go underground, but it looks like you almost like transporting history on some like 70s, 80s type of stuff. It looks real cool in there. Like some old school stuff, but the sound real nice. We're gonna be a Ghost Baby, then we're gonna be at this black owned winery called Rebel, and then we're gonna be at this other place. It's another black owned spot called Nostalgia Wine and Jazz. It's dope. So we're gonna be there this month.
Nice. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to come to Cincinnati, okay? Because I'm
Gotta
missing
pull
out
up.
on a lot of fun.
I
Okay.
gotta
We
pull up.
gotta get you up to Seattle and
I
back to
definitely
Memphis for some shows too.
I know. And also I need to try to come work the camp in Seattle. That,
Yes, yes,
that'll
yes.
be
Bringing it back around. We've been
yeah.
virtual in Seattle since COVID, but this year it's
Got you.
coming back around. So I'm gonna send you the information because I feel like it's gonna be big. Everybody been wanting us to come back. So I feel like
Hey,
everybody gonna be
yeah,
popping up.
yeah, I got back in Seattle for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so this is just the section for the benediction, which is just any parting words or your last little tagline. If somebody came up to you and is like, I really just need a push, some inspiration, some motivation, what would
Yeah.
you what would you spit out for them?
The benediction. I would say, celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins, but at the same time, don't rest on your laurels. Like make sure you like give yourself, that credit for all the successes that you have had along your way on your journey, and make sure you're aware of the fact that like the whole purpose of the journey so you can realize if again going back to the point earlier, it's like if I'm trying to get to a certain destination, I know that I have to have a number of successes to get to that destination. So it's like celebrate those, you know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get so fixated on like, well, I'm still not there yet. I'm still not there yet. Like, if you have that I'm still not there yet mentality, you probably ain't really gonna get there. And then again, your idea of once you get there, it's gonna be spoiled because it's like, dang, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. But if you've been like celebrating those successes and realizing how far you've come, but again, still not resting on your laurels, like because I gotta go still get it. Once you realize getting it wasn't everything and there's more to get, you're gonna be able to keep getting it because you already had that forward thinking like mindset. So like that's what I would say for sure. It's like celebrate the wins, but don't rest on your laurels.
I love that. I love that. Your your last part of that made me think of the Mary Mary song, Go Get It. I don't know if you heard it before.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
one of the lines in the song is they say, "If you want to get what you never got, gotta do something that you never done." And
yeah.
then he was like, "Just keep go get it, just keep getting it." And that it made me think about that. But no, we appreciate you. I love it so much. We're gonna have to get you back into coaching
Yeah.
I gotta see what you like a coach with dreads. You know, you ain't had dreads before, so we'll see how you are as a coach with dreads. But I
Yeah.
just appreciate you so much. I appreciate you giving us some nuggets of wisdom, some gems that we can use, not just through the month of May, but at any time. And we just thank everybody for listening out and staying with us all these months every Monday. So don't forget to check us out next Monday after you have had a successful May. We already claiming it. And
Mhm.
so we
Mhm.
just appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll see y'all next month. Bye.
Ain't no hesitation, I'm like a sun.